if I'm in the wind, I don't like the aisle.
Does Mad Dog ever get the center seat?
Mad
Did
Dog
he get
gets
stuck
the
in the
whole
middle?
section. He gets what he wants.
And I can definitely understand that. The airplane snack, are you a peanut guy or a pretzel guy?
I'm a peanut guy. I'm old school. We've been having peanuts forever. These pretzels are new school.
Do they make you pay? Does Mack Brown have to pay for peanuts now?
Well, since we do pay for it, but it's on Saturday at 12:30 during the ball game.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, your entertainment, you say you're old school. So are you watching game film on that flight? Are you watching a movie, doing something with the iPad?
I'll watch game film, probably on my iPad, and at the same time have my music going in the ear.
Well, there you have it, Mack Brown, taking your pick with the real important things when it comes to these road trips for the Texas Longhorns. Have a lot to prove, as Texas always does. One of the things they want to do on the offensive line, show off that nasty streak. They got a coach to do that. Stacy Searles, the new offensive line coach, sitting down with Coach Brown, coming up on Game Plan.
Well, us girls love Texas sports, and we thought since we have our own channel that we would do something to celebrate, and Barbara got the idea to build the stadium.
We baked it for more than 4 hours.
There's the band, there's Bevo, and this is Coach, but I don't think his legs turned out right. The Longhorn Network has all you care to eat football, plus a huge helping of other great stuff.
July 6th, Austin, Texas. Another day of unforgiving Texas heat. And for a group of UT students, a welcome opportunity to help rebuild a neighborhood. They're part of a program called Public Interest Design, which is comprised of students from a variety of backgrounds, all with one common goal: create diverse landscapes, both practical and sustainable. Today, their mission is to beautify a forgotten piece of East Austin.
We're working with neighborhood leaders and civic leaders right now to kind of reimagine the alleyways in East Austin, see how they can become safer, greener, and also just become places for art and places for community pride.
I think the alleyways are a great example of spaces in the city that no one really thinks about. They're the forgotten spaces. It's a perfect opportunity to turn something that maybe is negative or isn't thought about into a really positive asset.
One of the things that Public Interest Design Group has done is gotten the community to come together with a common interest. And that common interest in this case is working in an alleyway. This is a project and this is a concept that has been worked on in other areas of the country, but not here in Austin. So it's really interesting to the city that we now have a group of people that have seen what the possibilities are, and we look forward to hearing from them in the future on those possibilities. Ultimately, that is a very good thing for our city to have new and innovative solutions.
And now, after 5 weeks of labor and planning, a celebration for a new-look neighborhood and the 29 students who gave their time and creative energy to benefit this East Austin community.
There are some really innovative people pushing Austin all the time. It's really exciting that that's happening, and that's something we're a part of.
Welcome back to Game Plan with Mack Brown. Join us weeknights, 10 Central Time for Longhorn Extra, exclusively on LHN. The news of the day from the 40 acres and great inside looks into your favorite programs like this as we mic up Stacy Searles.
On the whistle, Stitch. Drive. Who's more flexible, him or him? That's flexibility. That's flexibility. Tie your shoes? Well, they fell off. You're wasting my time. Fan it. Okay? Good job, Malcolm. You're stepping and this foot's way up in the ground. Roll and lift. All right, you're just sort of putting it up there. I want a semi-flat back. All right, my elbows are in tight. I'm gonna go right foot drive, and I'm gonna drive. Keep coming. Hey, keep working, Sid. And you're right down the middle of the guy. All right, I'm going inside, guys.
New era on the offensive line for Stacy Searles as well. Not a ton of starting experience when he came in. Trey Hopkins, 6 career starts. He's holding it down at right tackle. And you look at the left side of the line, Trey Allen came into the season with no career starts, even though it was his 5th year with the program. Now has 2 under his belt, as well as Dominic Espinoza at center, redshirt freshman, now with 2 career starts. Here's the head coach, Mack Brown, with the new O-line coach of the Texas Longhorns.
I'm here with Coach Stacy Searles, University of Texas offensive line coach. Stacy just came to us from the University of Georgia. Why Texas?
Coach, Texas has been a program I've had a lot of respect for over the years. When I was playing at Auburn, 3 times we played Texas. I remember getting beat out here in 1984, and they sang the Eyes of Texas, and it was a really neat thing, even though we lost. And to watch this program from afar, from other schools, I just thought it stood alone, it stood above others, and to be able to coach at Texas is just a real privilege.
After being here 8 months, what is different than you thought? What do you like? What surprised you? Talk to us a little bit about your experience short term.
Coach, I think everything here, first of all, is done first class. And, you know, I watched your career when you were at North Carolina and I was at App State and saw how you made a difference in that program. And then you come to a place like Texas that's got such great recruiting here with the high school football coaches and the players. And there's no limitations here. And it's exceeded all my expectations, really.
You blocked for Bo Jackson at Auburn. Great player, played in the NFL. Talk to us briefly about your philosophy when it comes to coaching the offensive line. Specifically, I know you're tough on them, but they love you and respect you. But even afterwards, you go into some push-up routines and cover down routines and up downs and things. Talk to us about your philosophy coaching the offensive line.
Well, I think, you know, there's 4 things we look for in an offensive lineman. And the number 1 thing we look for is effort. And we have ways of re-emphasizing effort after practice, but I look for guys that are going to play hard, play physical. I want guys who have an attitude that they feel like they're the toughest people on the field. I want tough guys. They've got to be both mentally and physically tough, be able to handle the aches and pains of the beats and bangs you have on the offensive line, but they also got to be mentally tough. When you're playing in front of 101,000, it's 4th and inches. That's a lot of pressure. You got to be able to handle that. And I want smart guys who know what to do. And, you know, we do push-ups after practice. It's sort of a unity thing. The running backs have gotten with us. The tight ends get with us. And it's something we do. It's something my wife thinks I need to do. So that's why we do it.
I understand that. That leads to the next question. We've been dominating with the running game in the 4th quarter the first 2 weeks. Talk to us about how important that 4th quarter and being able to run the ball and control the clock is to winning football games.
You know, I really believe it's a culmination of the whole game. I want guys trying to take something out of your opponent every play. And then in the 4th quarter, you dominate him because you started out early in the first quarter getting after them. We look for pins. We look for knockdowns. And I'm really pleased with the way our backs run. And the harder our backs run, the more confidence it gives our offensive lineman. And anytime an offensive lineman is confident, he's going to be a better offensive lineman.
I love the way the attitude that Stacy Searles has brought to our team. I love the way our offense is utilizing the running game in the 4th quarter, and it's obviously something that we're going to have to do well on Saturday on ABC to beat UCLA.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Stacy. Glad you're here.
All right, Coach.
Well, we heard the coaches talking about the 4th quarter dominance, and it's really all throughout the second half that Texas has picked it up this season. 35 points, compare that to 16 in the first half, and you see the rushing yards. They have been pounding it out. 100 yards even for Malcolm Brown in the 4th quarter this season as that rushing yard picks up and the 3rd down conversions do as well. More to come here on Game Plan with Mack Brown. Rick Neuheisel, 3-1 in his career against the Texas Longhorns. Find out the keys to ending that success on Saturday.
Get ready for kickoff with Texas Game Day.
That's what football's about. The crowd, the atmosphere.
Your stop for the most comprehensive pregame coverage. Joey Harrington and Priest Holmes join host Lowell Galindo for live in-depth analysis.
The offensive line is going to be the key.
Interviews and special guests. Then bring it home with Texas Game Day Final for all the live post-game coverage. Texas Game Day Saturday at 1, then Texas Game Day Final right after the game. Only on Longhorn Network.
And everybody, Lowell Galindo here with the head coach Mack Brown. So much wisdom that you have as a head coach with this program. So many players that want to get a part of that, or at least put you in a difficult situation to pick sides, which is Aaron Ross. That's what he's doing right now in our Hey Coach segment.
Hey, Coach Brown, how you doing? It's Aaron Ross. I was just wondering how the younger group of DBs are compared to myself, Michael Huff, and Cedric Griffin.
I will say that Coach Aquina compares this young group favorably to the great ones that we had, like Aaron Ross. But I will tell Aaron, all of these guys can outrun their girlfriend. And Aaron's dating Sonia Richards, and he could never beat her in a sprint. And I always said it always worried me having this great defensive back that got outrun by his girlfriend every week.
Oh,
These guys can outrun their girlfriends, so we're trying to recruit faster guys.
So it goes from Hey Coach to Hey Aaron Ross.
Hey Aaron Ross.
The coach
Come
with
on,
the shot.
Aaron.
Why can't you outrun her? Okay. Well, when it comes to the defensive back,